It's depressing to discover there's a label known as security tag on the wearing apparel you ordered. This is after spending your money to order for it. You sure did not bargain for this and would not fancy wearing a cloth with such a tag. So we are looking at how to remove a security tag from clothing. Security tags may differ in design, form, or shapes and may come in different configurations. The locking mechanism for all of them is however basically the same. The mechanical devices for its operation are an ordinary metallic elastic device called the spring and a metal cartridge or container is known as a clip. Just relax and learn how to remove any kind of security tag from your clothing without needing to leave the comfort of your home. There are two major types of security tags, which are the ink tag and the sensor tag. Let us briefly describe both of them. The ink tag. The ink security tag normally comes in white and red color. They are rounded and are usually filled with either red or yellow, pink or blue ink, or a combination of the colors. Any attempt at removing the tag improperly will lead to an explosion that will spill the ink on the culprit. The sensor tag. The sensor security tag usually comes in the form of a clear, light brown plastic capsules filled with ink of red or black color. There are many ways of removing a security tag from your cloth and the best method would depend on the clothing we are dealing with. The security tag would also determine the method that is most suitable or ideal. We shall consider some popular methods of removing a security tag. These are not all the methods there are, but you can achieve a lot from the underlisted methods. Removing the security tag with a large rubber band. The first method of removing a security tag with the use of a rubber band is to place the tag's ink cartridge facing down. The cartridge part of this security tag is that portion that protrudes from its plastic and positioned on the pin's reverse side. This is also the tag's rounded part. In removing any security tag from an article of clothing, you will need to pull the particular portion where the tag is so as not to have contact with the other part. This separation prevents the ink from smearing the clothing should the sensor experience any crack. Gently insert an elastic rubber around the security tag's pin. This rubber band has to be large, dense, and strong. It must however be narrow enough to correctly fit around the pin to help the pin loosen with ease. Take hold of the larger portion of the tag's ink with the aid of one hand and then pull off the pin with your second hand. The extent of pressure brought upon the pins needs to be so strong as to activate its popping off or pulling apart easily from the remainder part of the security tag. Attempt the process with many rubber bands in case the initial attempt was not successful. Removing a security tag with the use of a screwdriver. In using this method of tag removal, the clothing item should be placed on the ground and the cartridge's ink facing up. Take a screwdriver with a very narrow flathead and locate it towards the brink of the square pyramid which is raised. Press down the square pyramid real hard so that the tag plastic is pierced and pulled up. Persist in popping the plastic and remove the lining of the silver paper until you see the plate below, which is made of metal. Keep propping the margins of the tag's plastic and remove the lining of the tag's silver paper. With the help of the screwdriver, raise any metal arm holding the tag in its place. Use the screwdriver to lift one of the metal arms that hold the pin in place. Smoothly move away from the pin from the security tag. The pin can then easily pass this hole that is now free, making it easy to remove the tag. Removing a security tag by freezing it. By freezing the clothing that has this ink tag particularly overnight, you are assured of a good result. This process is begun by cutting open the security tag with either your hands, a plier, or the method where rubber band was used. This is to prevent the random spilling of the ink in case of a mistake. It is instructive that ink spillage won't be an issue when the ink has been frozen. Removing a security tag by hitting it. This process is commenced by mildly pulling away from the security tag on the fabric for a number of times. If this is done about 10 times or thereabouts, the pin is likely to loosen considerably. Thereafter, you need a nail that is more sizable than the security tag with a head that has the width of a penny. The security tag should be pulled apart from the fabric with its lengthy plastic part held to a side of the tag. The next step is to strike down the cartridge ink until the cartridge pops open. Without using excessive force, you can repeatedly hit the cartridge ink until it comes out with a bulge and opens. It may be necessary to hit the ink cartridge about 20 times or more in order to get a good result. Removing a security tag using a needle nose pliers. In using this method to remove a security tag, you need to hold the tag together with the cartridge of the ink side up. Firmly grasp a part of the rectangle-shaped tag with your pliers. Firmly hold the second part of this tag down with the aid of another plier. Mildly bend the tag's two sides downward with the help of the plier. You don't need to apply too much force in bending the security tag or it may crack into two, thereby spilling the ink. Continue to bend the security tag until it bulges out and opens. With this process, the security pin of the tag ought to loosen up for the pin to come off. Most modern tags are made with electromagnetic materials and do not have any ink cavity or container. If the tag container is broken up, you will discover you have no ink in it. In using physical force to remove this type of security tag, you need to put any object between the security tag and its pinhead for it to be loose. Keep twisting the pin forward and backward until it snaps. Draw the security tag directly backward to enable the pin to move out from the opening it initially went through. Immediately this is done, you can now break the security tag open. Removing a security tag by burning it. Another method of removing a security tag is by burning it. This is done by burning the part of the security tag that looks like a dome with a lighter. Since the tag is made of plastic, it is likely to catch fire if burnt for a few seconds. With the aid of a knife, attempt removing the dome of the tag by cutting it. As you continue chopping the tag by scraping it, a spring inside the tag will pop out. Removing security tags with rectangular tabs with the round pin fastener. The stores sometimes use magnets in removing security tags. This is done by putting two magnets beside the holding area of the pin and removing it. The other option is to position a powerful magnet towards the elevated plastic portion of the security tag, pulling out the pin in the process. The security remover device is just the ordinary electromagnet. You only need to position the magnet on a table and place the security tag's bottom in a sitting down position. After you have positioned the bottom of the security tag on top of the magnet, it will produce a click sound. Skillfully control the pin by moving it upward and downward till the pin comes out. Your security tag comes out intact without any confusion or worries. From the information we have shared here, you no longer need to return your product in annoyance, neither do you need to forcibly remove the security tag on your product. Conversely, if you are a business owner who uses these tags as an anti-theft device, you can use surveillance cameras to monitor your wares. Check out this previous video of ours for insight on how to choose good surveillance cameras. We have offered different suggestions on how you can remove a security tag easily from your clothing. The different methods we talked about relating to the various types of security tags and the materials they are put on. It is important to mention that one may be liable to criminal prosecution where the security tag on a stolen product is removed. Our assumption here is that the product whose tag you are seeking to remove is legitimately in your possession as of when you want to remove the tag. We hope your knowledge of how to remove a security tag from clothing has been enriched by this modest contribution. Let's know what you think about our video in the comment section. Remember to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon, that way, you'll be the first to know once we post a new video. On our website, www.zimhomesecurity.com, we have more awesome home security content like this.